Okay guys, we're in the Corvette today. We're trying to diagnose a loose fuel pump relay harness that's inside the fuse box. I had an issue a couple months ago where I tried to start the car to go to a parade and the car wouldn't start. Like, it would crank and crank and crank, but it wouldn't fire off. I ended up not going to the parade in this car. I took the SS for the Christmas parade. So I haven't really had the time to work on this, but I finally got a day or two to take a look at this. But basically, I'm looking to see if first of all, if the car will start. I did start it this morning because I had to pop the hood and turn the wheels so I get access to there's a bolt on the inside of the passenger fender well that I'm going to have to undo for the fuse panel. So like I was saying, I tried to go to the Christmas parade and the car wouldn't start. It would crank and crank and crank, but like it was getting spark, it's getting air in and out. It just wasn't getting fuel. So what I did was I went into the fuse panel. I got a jumper wire, just like 3 inches of wire, stripped both ends, and I jumped the relay. And you could hear the fuel pump turn on. So I knew the fuel pump wasn't bad, it was working. And so I knew I could hear at least that part of the fuel system working. So I put a new fuse in, and after that, and I hadn't really had a problem, but ever since it hasn't started one other time, and I did the same thing. I jumped that fuel pump relay, it turned on. I was like, okay, and I actually haven't had a problem since. But after doing some research, the 05, actually kind of every year of the C6, the fuse harness, the electrical wires that come up through the fuse box underneath the fuse panel itself, like under the box, I'll show in a little bit, but what happens is those pins like to get loose or like pushed down instead of being like fully flush, so you're not getting a real good electrical connection through the relay. I replaced the relay because like the relay I had on there, it turned like brown. Like, it's great. It like turned to like a roasted brown, like it got hot. So I replaced the relay. I jumped the fuel pump a few times, and I really haven't had a problem since. But it's January. Actually, it's February now, and I haven't been driving this car at all. Haven't been going to car shows or much. If I have, I've just been taking the truck. So, I haven't really been driving this car a lot. So I really don't know if this problem is still persisting. So what we'll do now is I'll try to start the car and see if it starts. Alright, see, it started right up. Anyway, so the car started up. I don't know. So it kind of seems to be an intermittent problem. I don't know. Literally the morning of that Christmas parade back in December, I got the car, went to Walmart, bought candy to throw out in the parade, went to the gas station. So, got in the car, started, drove, parked at Walmart. Went in the store, got food, got stuff, came back, the car started it. So that's fired it off twice, no problem. Went to the gas station. Gas station, filled it up because the car was on E. Got it in again and came home. So that's like 3 or 4 times that I started the car, drove, had no issue. An hour later, because I did this early in the morning, an hour later to go to the parade, got in the car and the stupid thing wouldn't crank. So it's kind of been a really weird one-off problem, but I think I'm going to take the time today to dive into the fuse panel, and I'll bring you guys along to show you what I'm going to do to try to see if there's anything wrong with that harness. So let's try starting it one more time. Okay, see? That didn't start. Okay, it's doing that same problem I did earlier. Fuel pump fuse. I don't get it. Alright, I've been recording enough. Let's dive into that fuse panel. Okay guys, like I was saying, I have the, as you can see, got the hood open, and I have the driver's side. I have the wheels pointed toward the driver's side. I don't know if I'm going to have to get into the fender well, but I did when I put the supercharger reservoir tank in here. That may have to come out. I don't know yet, so we'll find out. So I'm going to start off by disconnecting the battery. So I've disconnected the positive terminal on the battery. I would do the negative, but the intercooler tank literally sits on top of the battery, so it's just a pain in the ass to get to. So I'm going to take out these mounting nuts for the fuse box. By the way, these are 10mm. Okay, that's one. Alright, so I've removed the two nuts. 10mm holding the fuse panel on. This should lift right off. Okay guys, I have disconnected the battery, like I said. Took out those two bolts. Inside of the fuse panel, I disconnected the main battery hookup, that wire right there, that came off this terminal. Then I used a 7mm ratchet to get all of these bolts inside the fuse panel loose. And what you're able to do is actually disconnect the tabs on the side here, and you're able to pull up on the fuse box. And so that's where I'm at. Got the fuse box almost all the way out. What I have to do is I just need to get those, I just need to get these screws off of the harnesses, because what happens is these screws go into the harness itself. There's a retainer for a nut inside the harness. You screw it down and that's what tightens it against the fuse box. So I need to get, I think, the back one disconnected, and then I should be able to pull the whole panel out. Then I'll look on the bottom of the panel, and I'll look on the wiring harness itself. See if any pins are screwed up. Okay guys, I have gotten the fuse box out. Like I said, I just had to get those last 4 screws out of the harness, and down here you can see the harnesses. These just sit in the box. These screws tighten against the harness, and it pulls the pins and the relays all together. Like I said earlier, I had a relay go bad, and this is actually that relay. See how it's burnt? You know, it looks like it's had some issue with it. So as far as I know, these relays are original to the car, so they're 12 plus years old. So I'm not exactly sure what went wrong. So what I did was, when I was having issues diagnosing it, I just swapped the relay with the, I think it was the cruise control or the horn. Whatever this front relay is, I just swapped them. I actually have spares that I bought, but I just swapped them and the car was kind of starting. So now I'm gonna look into the pins and see if something's screwed up with the pins. So, all right, so took the panel off because one less thing to have flopping around. So, all right, I need to look at this pin, this relay right here, because this is the fuel pump relay. It's the, I think it's a 55 amp. I actually have no idea, but it's this one right here. So flip it over. So I'm gonna look at the relay here, look at the pins on the bottom that correlate with the relay, and then I'm gonna look at the harness down there. Okay guys, I looked at the corresponding pins in here. I'm not seeing any corrosion, any pin being dislodged. Everything looks pretty normal from what I can tell. For you to actually split this, because there's like 2 layers here, I think they're plastic welded together. So I actually don't think this is serviceable. Like from what I've seen, people have just bought new fuse boxes like this. So, but I was looking at that for a good while and I didn't see anything. But if you look here, I'm not sure how well that'll show up on camera, but this pin right here, get out of the light, this pin right here, you can see some discoloration. So this pin's gotten hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these tabs off here, I think there's 4 of them, and pull this thing apart and see what I can see. So I think this back end's just a cover, and I think that the pins actually, the wires feed through here. And so what I'm going to try to do is push that pin back up to see if I can do that, because the rest of the pins in this harness, oh, you see that yellow wire? That's the GM recall. Here, let me move this back. You see this yellow and red harness here? That's actually the GM recall for the headlight issue, because these cars had the 05, I think, to like 2010, all the Corvettes got recalled for headlights that like to die. And it's part of the fuse panel and not the actual hardware, the bulb or the ballast or anything for the HID. It's actually had something to do with the miswiring here inside the fuse panel. So back to the fuel pump issue. I'm going to try to pull this pin out and see what I can see. I'm going to have to do some research to see if I can even buy a new pin or something like that. I just don't know. I'm going to have to get this apart. I'll take, like I said, I'll take these tabs off and we'll go from there. Okay guys, here's what I did. I took the gray plastic backing off of this terminal, off this junction box. Then I removed this green plastic, probably you call it like a security tab, just so that the pins all stay pushed upward. And what I did was I actually took this pin, I pushed it further up into the plastic fuse panel, because this was actually like sunken down. So I pushed that back down. I checked the wire. This is a real thick gray wire. I didn't see any issues with it. Like the pin looks fine. It just was kind of like sunken into the fuse panel, you know, versus sitting like kind of flush to the top. So checked the wire. Didn't see any corrosion. Didn't see any, you know, heat or anything. Looked like it's going to catch fire or anything. So what I did was I pushed the pin back up into the housing. Then I put this green plastic security tab, pushed that back into the side. I put the gray plastic backing box of the fuse panel of this particular junction box. Put that back on, and I slid everything back in. I'm going to put the fuse box back together, put the door back on it, put the fuse box back into the car, put the positive terminal to the battery, that wire back onto the box, so that goes on the side. Then there's 2 wires for the supercharger. This is for the intercooler pump right here, and this just mounts to where that relay just mounts to where those 10mm bolts go. So I'll put it back together. I don't really need to film that. It's, you know, just put everything back together, and I'll start filming again when I'm done in the car, and we'll see if this thing fires up. Okay guys, I've got the car back together. I put the battery back on. I got the fuse panel all put back together. Should be ready to see if this thing will fire up. spec this thing out a little bit. Alright. So I'm not going to fill the garage up with fumes. But anyway, so I reset the battery, and that's why everything's dim. Battery's got like 14 volts or so. So let's turn this thing off. Okay. Try it again. So yeah, I think that little pin just being pushed a little bit down into the housing is what caused this problem. So let's turn it off one more time. Let's try starting it one more time. Yeah, dude, I think we're good. Alright, so that's how to fix your fuel pump kinda no start issue. You can search for this on the Corvette forums. You'll find a lot of posts about it, but there really wasn't a good thread, like one single thread. Kinda have to do your research to find this, but oh, there's the heads-up display with the hood being there. You can really see it. But anyway, like I was saying, Corvette forums, Google like C6 Corvette crank but no start. Pretty much those are the Google terms I used to search, and I ended up finding a couple threads about tearing apart the fuse box, looking for the pins, and I think this should be how you resolve this issue. So thanks guys for watching. Have a good one. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like it, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.